I'm here today with published author Reavis Wortham. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here with all these guys out here at this at Kathy's Pulpwood convention.
All right. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about your books.
Okay.
What have you published?
My first book was published in 2012, and it was the right side of it was the Rock Hole, and that was the first book in the Red River Mystery series from Poison Pen Press. Since that time, I've had a book published every year in July from Poison Pen, and it's a continuation of the Red River series. The second book was Burroughs. Third one was The Right Side of Wrong, and I just sent Vengeance Is Mine, the book 4, off to my agent yesterday.
Oh wow! So what led you to writing to the writing world?
The writing game.
The writing game.
Like most writers would tell you, I've always wanted to write. I was a voracious reader when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I'd read 7 or 8 books a week, and I always thought that I wanted to write. Got into writing in 1998 with a newspaper column that became syndicated. Went across most of Texas. I was in probably 40 or 50 papers when this little thing called the internet came out.
Oh yeah.
And it shot newspapers down pretty quickly.
Yep.
So at that time I moved over to magazines, and from magazines it led me over into the world of fiction.
Fiction. So like, knowing what you know now, would you do it all over again?
I'd do it all over again for sure. I would do it differently. There's no, up until a few years ago, there's no real good, or I couldn't find any real good books on how to become a published author. I've since found out there were books out there that I didn't know about, but if I knew then what I know now, I would have gone to more writers' conventions, met these guys that have been out there for years, because the advice that they've given me in the last 3 years has been a PhD.
Really?
Yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful. So I would have attacked it from a different area, a different time, but I would have still done the newspaper column. I'm still writing newspaper columns.
Really?
I'm still doing magazine articles, but now my heart's in fiction.
Okay. Well, if someone watching wants to learn more about you and to contact you, where could they do that at?
You can find my website, www.reaviswortham.com. That's Reavis Wortham. Or I have a blog that can be accessed from that website. Or I'm all over Facebook. I do that like everyone else, whether I like it or not.
Right.
But I also do a Facebook page under Reavis Wortham, and then my author page is Reavis Z Wortham.
Okay. Can they also Google your name?
Yeah, I did that one time, and pages of stuff. Now some of that stuff's okay. The charts are dropping all those things, so those references just ignore. But
exactly.
For the most part, yeah, it's all good, and pages will come up from just to Google the name.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm so glad you came over here and joined me. We're really trying to do a lot of interviews in the future, and we would love to have a longer sit-down interview with you and talk about your past and your process, and just we want to get to know more about the person who wrote the actual stories.
I'd love to do that. Name the time and the place, and I'll be there.
All right. Well, that is this interview, and check us out for the next one.